What we really need to do is change the way we talk about immigration and the way that we talk about power and the way we talk about, poverty and suffering and humans. That'd be a really good start. I don't think anybody who lives on the border believes what's happening on the border is okay. Things are wrong. And unfortunately, when we talk about this as a human rights crisis, it's not taken seriously. Like, really, people don't understand that we're not using language, to hype things up. We're talking about, months where almost every single day a body or remains is found. You're talking about a year of more than 200 remains being recovered and many, many more missing people. You're talking about xenophobia, you're talking about hate crimes, you're talking about racism. This is a crisis. It's a human crisis, not just a human rights crisis. It's something that is affecting all of us. And I think that until we can find, or unless we can find, a space to talk about it, I don't see how it's going to change. Because there are people that are at the point that believe that a Mexican dying at the border is okay and is a good thing and is equal to a cockroach being squished. Where do you get someone to come from that? Because they've gone to a place where the dehumanization has reached such a scale that I'm not even human to them. How are we supposed to find common ground? And the stereotypes that are still out there, people assuming, I live it all the time. People assume that I'm not articulate, or that I'm not educated, or that, I don't know how to use big words, or, it's a perpetual thing. And I think that people of color live it on a daily basis. And it's a frustration. And I think that people of privilege, which include some people of color, I'm very privileged just living in this country, being privileged. But until we can acknowledge our privilege and talk about it, and acknowledge that our privilege means that somebody else has gone without, until we can get to that place, I don't see how it is. And I don't see why we are so defensive about acknowledging that our privilege is a pain to other people. That having the more that we have means someone else has less. That's the crisis. That is the crisis, is that we've gotten to a place where we don't even recognize each other as fellow human beings. And that the suffering of somebody else means nothing to us. I think that that's a really frightening place to be.